Our next speaker is Roberta Pirone. Roberta is the co-founder of Ruote Spasso.
Okay, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's an honor and a privilege to speak today in this place of deep spiritual meaning, a space where the dignity of every human being is not only affirmed, but celebrated. I'm here as a voice for Ruote Spasso, a young but determined initiative born from a simple dream, a world where no one is left behind, where inclusion is not an exception, but a natural expectation. We believe the movement is life, and everyone deserves the right to move. Ruote Spasso was born on the road. In 2022, my husband and I bought a caravan. We started traveling across Italy, working remotely, living fully. But very quickly, we realized something was missing. Clear, reliable information about which places were truly accessible for people with disability on a wheelchair. What we found was fragmentation, uncertainty, often disappointment. So we started mapping, literally. From the first impulse came what we now call with the accessibility map, a free and open tool built on Google Maps and reached only just with verified reviews from people who live with disability and use wheelchair every day. We document what works and what doesn't, and we share it openly so that others don't have to face the same uncertainty. At the core of Ruote Spasso are three values: tenacity, positivity, and courage. Our motto is never give up. We don't just look at barriers, we look at ways to overcome them. We believe that even a small step forward can inspire the next. That change, lasting, human-centered change, starts when we listen, when we include, and when we don't give up hope. Why do we care so much about accessibility in tourism? Because traveling is not a privilege. It is a fundamental experience. It brings joy, autonomy, identity, and connection. During the pandemic lockdown, many of us felt imprisoned. But for people with disabilities, that feeling of being locked out of the world is often a daily reality. Accessible travel is not just about ramps or elevators or lifts. It's about dignity. It's about being part of a human journey. And there is also an economic dimension. Accessible tourism is a growing sector. It fosters innovation, loyalty, and long-term sustainability. Inclusion is not only right, it's smart. We didn't stop at mapping. We trained people with disabilities to become usability explorers, equipped with standardized tools to evaluate location across the country. We also created a traffic light system, green, fully usable independently, yellow, usable with a companion, red, not accessible, or with major difficulty. Simple, immediate, reliable. And this year, we took a step further. In April, during the event for Earth Day Italy, we launched Usable, our official usability label, a recognition awarded to spaces and services that offer real certified usability for people with disabilities on a wheelchair. Usabile is not just a sticker, it's a promise, a symbol of accountability, of empathy, of quality. It rewards those who truly care and motivates others to do more. And it invites society to shift its perspective. Accessibility is not a burden. It's a mark of excellence. As we grow, we expand our vision beyond mobility. We are currently developing a mobile application for people who are blind or visually impaired, allowing them to receive audio description of sacred and cultural artworks directly on their phones, in church, or other historic sites. This project is especially dear to us because beauty, art, and faith belong to everyone. And no one should be excluded from experiencing the richness of our shared spiritual and cultural heritage. Through this app, we aim to turn silence into narration, absence into presence, and exclusion into participation. Let us remember this. Accessibility is not just a technical matter, it's a spiritual one. It's about seeing the divine in every person and building a world where the sacred dignity can be lived, not just spoken of. Inclusion is not charity. Inclusion is justice, not giving more, but removing the obstacle that give less. We must act not only with legislation, but with imagination, not only with funding, but with faith. Ruote a Spasso has traveled more than 25,000 kilometers across Italy, mapping almost 300 locations, not just to explore, but to connect, not to escape barriers, but to dismantle them. One by one. I have chosen to read this speech because this moment, this opportunity to be here is deeply emotional for me. The journey that brought me here is filled with challenge, dreams, and above all, hope. So, from the heart, I thank you. Thank you for listening. And now I ask you, join us, join Ruote a Spasso, because together we go where alone we cannot. Because inclusion is not a destination, it's a shared path. Let's shape it together. Thank you.